welcome to the Homesteaders channel. It's me, Becky, just walking around the garden this morning. Wanted to make this video to show you how I'm gonna harvest my loofah. I don't have many, I just have 2. So I'm just gonna harvest the biggest one and we'll just go through it together. So this is the loofah vine. It's pretty much dying off right now. I have to tackle this soon. But these are my loofah here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. It's been here for a while, it's dry. I don't know how late. Hard to cut off. There we go. Alright, so there it is. Okay, so this is my loofah. It's pretty big. So this is my hand and that's how big it is. And if you hear it, you hear all that? It's the seeds in there. So for sure it's dry, because if you can hear that, you know it's dry. So I'm excited. And look, it's already kind of broken here. So I'm just gonna start off with this side here. And just, oh my God, this is so exciting. Look at that. It's really easy. Like when it's this dry, I was even thinking about harvesting it early when it was still some green on it, but I just waited until it was completely brown like this. So it's cool. Go ahead and do it this way. Oh, look at that. Okay, so all the seeds are popping out already. Oop. I don't want to lose any of these seeds. So I guess before I can just go like that. Oh, look at they just come out. Good. I wasn't really prepared. I didn't have any bucket, but these are the seeds of the loofah. Some of them have like a film, you see, like right there, but a lot of them don't. And that's what it looks like. There we go, peel it.
Oh, peel?
See? Peel the brown stuff off.
Yeah, and then we can get the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Loofah smells like garden.
It does. after I harvested and washed the loofah like you saw, I went ahead and started to make my sponges. So I use big scissors. I used a small scissors, but they weren't working really well. So big scissors to cut through the loofah. It's pretty strong, so you're just going to have to cut all the way through until you can manipulate the loofah to form the shape of the sponge you want. I went ahead and used a large needle, large enough to where I can thread twine in it, and that's what I'm going to be using to help sew my sponges together. I just thought that twine is just stronger and thicker and it'll last longer. So I just go ahead and try to sew through the loofah. It's pretty thick, so be careful. I actually did pinch myself doing this. It is wet since you just wet it, so having a towel next to you to help dry your hands, dry the needle, is definitely necessary just because it's so slippery. So that's what I just kept on doing, is sewing through the loofah to make my sponge. And throughout sewing, I would use my towel to dry the needle so it won't be so slippery. Now there's no right or wrong way to do this, just as long as you sew it together and tie the ends however you like or however it matches up. And so that's what I'm doing. Whatever is left, I just string together. I just make sure that before I sew, I do give myself some give of some string to do that at the end and tie it in place so I can have my nicely sewed sponge. It's not perfect, but it definitely works, and it's pretty cool to grow your own sponge. So here I'm going to be showing you making more sponges, but making actual loofah in a different way and trying to make a little handle. I mean, you can use these sponges obviously in the shower as a loofah or for your dishes. Either way, I always wanted to make a different design with these loofahs that I have, so you'll see me sewing these. So I'm not going to cut this one. I'm going to make this into a loofah. So I'm just going to fold this in here. Just fold the ends like this. I'm just going to... I'll keep a rag next to me because my hands are wet, and this will help me kind of get grip on this. Be careful. This is a needle, even though it's a big needle. I think the cloth is helpful drying it out. There we go. Give a good amount of give there. And I'll just go back around, loop it. There we go. It's kind of hard, but as long as you get it through, make sure I don't tangle. There we go. Gonna pull that in. It's kind of my first little spot there. Put it through again. It's really tough because it is slippery. And this is not perfect, the loofah, so you have to work with the loofah itself. Definitely recommend a double stringing your needle. Helps make it stronger, hold up better. Okay, definitely tea towel is essential, especially because this is wet, since you wet it beforehand. There we go. So I got 3. They're done. I'm gonna do 1 more here. Put it through. Go. There we go. And I'm just gonna loop it around this way. I'm going to do that by doing this. Stringing it this way. I don't want this to fall apart, especially if you're using it in the shower. Definitely have to wiggle that out. There we go. There you go. I think that's good because then I can use this to string it. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Okay. And then knot it at the end. Like that. So there we go. It's your loofah. You can hang it out in your shower. Should hold up. Use it to scrub. That's cool. A little hanging spot. So that's one thing you can make is a loofah with your loofah. So I hope you got some inspiration and try this yourself. Loofah is just a really cool plant to grow and to use in your own home and to give gifts to others. So thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay well, friends.